Hi y'all, I'm Ashton. I've set off on year 3 of solo traveling and having adventures around the world where I'm celebrating different cultures, making new friends, indulging in local cuisine, and trying exciting new things in exotic countries. There's so much of the world to be seen and to inspire us all, and I can't wait to take you with me. Subscribe and follow along. After all, to live would be an awfully big adventure. I'm gonna go ahead and make this video. Well, I'm gonna film it. I don't know if I'll need to, if this will turn into anything. I am back in London for the week to stage to go to Iceland. And today, the news is a flurry. It's September 8th, about 5 p.m. And the news has been crazy all day today. Buckingham Palace announced that the Queen Elizabeth, who is up in Scotland at the Balmoral House, is not doing well. And all of the royal family has rushed out to meet her. So I don't know if this is her time or not. And if it is, it's gonna be a really historical thing to see, to be in London for. But if it does happen, I'm gonna make sure to document it to the best of my ability because I can't believe it. I mean, she's going on 97, but yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. And yes, I'm still in this stupid hoodie because I've got to go pick up all of my non-summer clothes in my storage unit here in London that I've had. What a crazy time to be in London. Everyone's set up, everyone's really staged to receive the news that she's passed. So we've not gotten any word yet, but last we were told all of the family is headed up to Scotland.
A few moments ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The palace has just issued this statement. It says the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow. Within the past few minutes, Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
There are namesake on the Elizabeth line and our long-reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, has sadly passed away.
I was just getting onto the tube for a 1-hour trek back across London after picking up some bags when they did announce that Queen Elizabeth had passed away. So I will get up in the morning and go over to Buckingham Palace and see happening, what's going on. It's definitely sad. It's the end of a very, very long and wonderful reign. And it's kind of crazy to be in London when this happened. So tomorrow we'll go see kind of what all is going on. I'm sure it will be a lot of pomp and circumstance, which it absolutely should be to celebrate her. Gosh, we could only hope to be 96. Yeah, so I'll take you guys with me and show you what it's like being in London for probably like a once in a lifetime historical moment. Very unprecedented.
Stand the victorious, happy and glorious, come to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Hi, good morning. Is the next day. I am heading to Buckingham Palace right now. There are lots of people carrying flowers, taking them over to Buckingham. The official notice they sent out did ask that people bring their flowers to Hyde Park, but I'm sure people are still leaving them at the front of Buckingham. So I'm heading over there, and then they are doing a very large gun salute for every year that she reigned. They're doing it both in Hyde Park and the Tower of London at 1 p.m. I think I want to see it at the Tower of London. So I'm going to go to Buckingham, kind of see everything, and then catch the tube over to the Tower of London to be able to experience that. Tons of people out though, all headed towards Buckingham. It's kind of a very somber feeling. Everyone just seems a little, it's just very somber. That's a good word for it. I'm not quite sure what that line is for. There's definitely a line for something. This side is not lined. The number of people bringing flowers just to place around Buckingham is really awesome, and I've never seen anything like that before. Never seen anything like that before. I'm sure they have done it for the presidents who have passed, and I've seen all the video from when Diana died, but it's something different to be here and experience it in person. Yeah, we're coming up on Buckingham now. And it just started pouring, so now all these people are not only standing in line to bring flowers, but are doing so in the rain. The line is for you to see the up close of the gates and see where all of the flowers have been placed and everything like that. I think today I will leave that for the people who are leaving flowers and watch from afar. Clearing up for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. All of the white tents are media. They've got barriers set up over there. I have an hour and 5 minutes to get over to the Tower of London. All right, the sun's come out a little bit. I have no idea where this gun salute is happening. I'm at Tower of London, so I'm just gonna walk and see where a bunch of people are gathered. I think that's the best course of action. All right, I'm on the Tower Bridge. I think I'm actually just gonna post up here and stand on my tiptoes and see.
Well, this is one of the saddest and most momentous turning points in the history of the United Kingdom. There's nobody in this country or the world who hasn't lived the majority of their lives under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. For 70 years she served this country with astoundingly dedicated duty. To people around the world who don't fully understand our deep affinity with this Queen, it's as simple as this. Our monarchy and Her Majesty are the very essence of being British. As Abraham Lincoln apple pie and the Constitution are to being American, so the royal family is to Great Britain. More than an institution, it's an identity, it's who we are. It's the Magna Carta, the Palace of Westminster, the Battle of Waterloo. It's Austen, Dickens, Shakespeare, the Beatles. It's crushing the Nazis. It's Churchill and the Blitz spirit. It's Royal Ascot and the Chelsea Flower Show, cricket at Lord's, Wimbledon tennis, football at Wembley. Nothing and nobody has symbolised what it means to be British better than Queen Elizabeth. She's always been there. She had an aura of invincibility that sadly today has been shattered, and now we have to learn as a country to live without her. Whatever your views of the royal family, wherever you live in the world, you will remember this day because it's history unfolding before our eyes. This remarkable little lady was not just our longest serving monarch, she was the second longest reigning monarch in all of history. She appointed 15 British Prime Ministers. She hosted 13 of the last 14 American presidents. She was our queen for 30% of America's entire history. Think about that. She held more than 100 state visits for the world's leaders. She was the head of state herself in 17 countries. She was the head of the Commonwealth of Nations. And she guided us all through the best of times and the worst of times, through wars, terrorism, pandemics, natural disasters, financial crises. Whatever it was, she was there with dignity, duty, stoicism, and that famous stiff upper lip. Our last act this week was to appoint our new Prime Minister. Remarkably, staggeringly, she was dutiful until the very, very end. I'm so very glad and so very grateful that we all have had the chance to say thank you at her Platinum Jubilee celebrations this summer. And she was able to see just how much she meant to us. Elizabeth II demonstrated the very best of our British values in her leadership. She represented those values to the world. She was our greatest export, our greatest leader, the greatest of Britons. When Her Majesty the Queen died this afternoon in Balmoral, a little piece of all of us here in Britain died with her.
Gosh, some of these are making me a little teary. I'm gonna stay through for the funeral. I've booked a ridiculous looking Airbnb, but it was for the most part in a decent area with a kind of decent price, but I had to go ahead and book it before things got really crazy. So anyways, I'm going to stay in London through for, I guess that'll be the next week and a half. I love this city though, so this doesn't break my heart at all. But I did go ahead and book that. I'm gonna change up my plans again because I think this is really like a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to see something like this. I do hope that I would outlive Charles, but for Queen Elizabeth, who reigned for 70 years, I just think seeing her funeral and all of that is just, that's the once in a lifetime is for her. So that's what we're doing. All right, we're on the bus. I'm heading to get an early dinner at Subway, and then I'm going to head over to the end of what is about a 5-mile queue. They have lined from Westminster Palace all the way down the South Bank to see Elizabeth, to see the Queen lying in state. I'm hoping it'll move a little faster because it's nighttime. I don't know. I'm getting dinner and then I'm gonna go stand in line for what their word on the street is it's about a 10-hour line, which will put me like middle of the night getting home. So that's fun. We'll see. Alright, there's the queue. Lily and it's right over there. Going to get in line. Alright, have some fresh Starbucks. I ate from the Subway. I am officially in line. It is 7 p.m. It's taken me a hot minute to get here and find the end of the queue and everything. It's still saying about 8 to 9 hours of like just constantly kind of slowly moving. Ooh, that's fast moving now. We're gonna cross the street. All right, we're 1 hour in. We were in a queue to get into a queue, and need to get wristbands now. Spent the last hour on the phone with Madre, so that went by fast. Let's see how fast the next ones go. Alright, we've got wristbands. Look how pretty she is. I've got wristbands. They said it's about 7.5 hours from this point. And it is 8:40. 7.5 hours to be.
You're ahead, you can just hit the flow.
9 to 10, 10 to 11, 12 to 1 to 2, 3. It'll be about 4 or 5 a.m. by the time I get there. Once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. Shakespeare's Globe. And across the river is St. Paul's. At least this is a very... Words are hard. Very beautiful walk. All right, we are at hour 6. Struggling. We're on the Lambeth Bridge, and I can see Westminster. Close-ish. I skipped a few hours there. We are on hour 9. They halted us for almost an hour and a half till I almost froze to death. I have on 3 layers, still freezing. But we're moving now. I've got to wait in that line. I think that's like security bag check. It's 4 in the morning, so hopefully I can get out of here by sunrise. All right, we're done. 10 hours later. St. Elizabeth Tower. We're done. Let's go get breakfast. That was cool though. That was really, really cool. It was worth waiting 10 hours in line for. So, yeah. Okay, final thoughts. It was really cool. First I was like, 10 hours? I've waited 10 hours. But like you walked into that room after they took 20 minutes to search my bag because of all my photography gear, which I knew I couldn't have out, but I've spent 10 hours in line able to take pictures of really cool stuff. Yeah, after all that time, and then you walk into the room and it's just like, it's totally silent. They were doing the changing of the guard. There was just, it felt very intimate and very regal. It felt like exactly what I expected it would, and was not disappointed.
Prince of Wales, leading his brother and his cousins down the stairs in the north corner of Westminster Hall. Three more taps, a signal to move forward. Prince of Wales taking his position at the head of the coffin. And in just a moment, this royal vigil by the Queen's grandchildren will begin.
And finally, the imperial state crown, which the Archbishop of Canterbury placed on her head in Westminster Abbey with the words, "May she be filled with abundant grace and princely virtues."